Alright everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you guys exactly what this new system is that I spent $50,000 on that took my NT from the 8K amount to hitting my first 40K right after I implemented it. I also give it to my boy Amir, who was struggling to sign new clients, and right after we implemented, he had his first 15K in 30 days. In this video, I'm going to break down to you guys exactly what that system is for completely free. I'm going over exactly what the sales process looks like, how to create irresistible offer, and how to run profitable paid ads at a minimum of a 5x ROAS. So go ahead and log in. It's going to be a complete raw video. I'm just going to be dropping complete sauce to you guys so you can go ahead and implement this as soon as tomorrow and see results in the next 7 days. So this is the exact sales process that my entity uses right now at the moment. And this is how we achieve a 4 to 5x ROAS at minimum every single month. I've had months we did 8x, I've had months that we did 9x, and I've had months that we did a 5x. But at minimum, I do a 4 to 5x. So basically, every time I put $1 into the system, I get at least $5 back. And it's very simple. And I'm going to get into like the exact process on there, exactly what ads look like, you know, how to make your offer and everything like that. But it starts off with just a Facebook ad into a booking page, and then a VSL, and then a confirmation call. And then an hour after he gets a confirmation call, and also on the confirmation call, you want to make sure they watch the VSL. If not, you tell them to watch it right there. And then you send them a piece of social proof. So you can be a screenshot of Ads Manager, just anything that can help build trust. Because at the moment right now, like in the space, it's not like way before we can kind of stop on a call with someone. He has no idea what you're doing and he wants to pay you. We're in a space right now where basically a lot of people have a lot of trust issues. And that's where you go in and come in and combat all the trust issues that are happening right now. So then based on the send them as many social proof as possible. As you can see, exactly 4 hours before, you know, send them another piece of social proof. And then an hour before, what we did is that we sent them a whole landing page. A whole landing page that just has filled with testimonies. I'm talking a lot of screenshots, a lot of testimonies, just as many things as possible, just so you can go ahead and build as much trust as possible before the call. And then every prospect we had hop on a call with us, we just go ahead and it's like a he already knows who we are. Like he knows exactly who we are off on the VSL. And then on all the social proof that we sent, he just knows these guys actually do what they said. It's not just like a gimmicky thing that I've done in the past, or I've heard of before, where basically I just kind of just buy something and then I don't get the results back. They see you as like, you are the G, you know exactly what you're talking about. And at the end, as soon as you say your price, they won't give you any objections. So kind of just like, imagine a prospect that just hops on a call saying, here's my card. That's exactly what this whole sales process is going to do for you. And what you want to realize is that if your offer sucks, nobody's going to buy your service. That is the truth. And you can't run the same offers that everyone was running a few years ago, because that just does not work anymore. You have to you really have to innovate in this space right now. And these are proven offers that I've seen work in 2025, offer that I've been running for over a year and a half, and I've been able to achieve a higher ROAS than all my competitors because I basically innovated. That's pretty much all we did. So example offers that are really good is we want pay per close, pay per appointment, or pay per lead. Those are 3 offers I see that are really are working amazing right now, especially when it comes to ROAS wise, because a pay per close is going to be a strong offer. And as I said over here, is that it really depends on your niche. In some niches, you can go to get away like a pay per appointment with a way higher ROAS. In some niches, you just have to do a pay per close. Like for example, in roofing or in solar, they have been burnt so many times that they have bought so many services and got nothing back to the point they don't trust anyone. So you have to come in there as like, okay, only pay per close and a setup fee. And I'm going to explain to you guys exactly why I did that. So they've been burnt. So you just have to run a more resistible offer than all your competitors. So if you run a pay performance offer, you want to charge an upfront of $2,000 to $3,000. That's exactly what we did. We charged an upfront of $2,000, and then we have a back-end commission, basically a per close fee of about, let's say, about $600. Or you can like a pay per appointment, and an example of that would be a client pays you, let's say, he pays you about $2.5K upfront, and then $100 every time you get an appointment. So basically, he paid you how much your setup fee is upfront, and then every time you get an appointment, like he has to pay you an extra $100. So in the first month, let's say you get about 20 appointments, right? You get 20 appointments, that's about $2,000 right there in commission fees, and he already paid you $2.5K. So in the first 30 days, you literally just made $5,500, and our average acquisition cost on a pay per close offer was $400 to $600. Even on pay per appointment, I've seen it be as low as that. It really depends on niche, but in the first month, you just made $5,000, where you're spending about $500-$600 on the ads to go ahead and acquire a client. And as I said here, if your offer sucks, no one's gonna buy your service. And in 2025, you just can't sell old offers that everybody's doing. You really have to come in the market and really innovate. So these are the type of Facebook ads that that I ran and based on my format. An image ad or video ad, they both work. All of them work. Just have to find what works better for you. I'm more of like a video ad guy just because I just really like doing a lot of videos since I can seem like a lot more different. But man, image ads, they work amazing with the system. Like for example, on the system right here, I injected into a mirror system and he went from 2K to hitting his first 15K in 30 days. And he does image ads, but I'm more of like a video ad guy. It just really depends on exactly what works best for you and how many testimonials you have. So if you don't have any testimonials or like maybe like you're just starting out on ads, I recommend to do a lot of image ads just because you can have just more going out at the same time. And then also just way easier to make. A video ad, I'm going to explain like the structure, but it's really simple. An image ad is just want to have a call out, a very strong offer. And as I said, you need a very strong offer for this to work really good. For example, only pay when you close, and have some urgency, and then have a call to action. Just literally all you need on an ad. It's not, everyone trying to make this so complicated just so they can go to buy the course, but it's very simple. Just your have your audience call out, your offer, urgency, and a call to action. It's that simple. And then a video ad structure, it's the same thing as the image ad, but you can seem way more different. You can seem, oopsies, you can seem way different. And like, it's like a, you can play around with your hook lines to try to get like a different type of person. Like for example, I'll give like an example right here, but like you can run a hook line saying, have you been this XYZ problem, XYZ problem? It could be someone that has, so let's say for example, if you know, let's say if a business hits, let's say, for example, like 5 mil of revenue, and there's a problem that they're all facing, you can put that in the hook line so you can get those people that are at 5 mil. So that you know for sure they have money to pay for your service. It's a hook line that really works great. And then after that, you pretty much have your offer. After your offer, have some social proof, and have some urgency and a call to action. This is basically like an example script that we made because it's really not that hard. Everyone just makes this so complicated when it really isn't. So, real estate agents, are you tired of buying shared and unqualified leads? Here at Estate Pros, we offer a pay-per-close using now a unique mechanism. Is how you're gonna make yourself sound really different. Like for example, using AI to go and book appointments for you, or using XYZ. It's exactly where you put what makes you very different. And it's not the same as like the guy as that, you know, like they just bought like a few months ago or like a few weeks ago, or like an ad that was called and that like they pretty much saw like a, you know, a few hours ago. And then the same system. So it's gonna be exactly where you put your busy or your social proof. The same system helped XYZ close 3 deals. The same system help this guy make XYZ amount of money in XYZ time. It's kind of because like as soon as they hear the offer, it just sounds like, okay, this guy's, you know, he's talking out his crap, or like he sounds confident. He also like only pay per close. But then you say, the reason why I'm confident is because I did this for this guy and I did this for this guy. So you really believe in your system, and then have obviously urgency and call to action. So if you want us to implement the same system, we're going to top them more to speak with me or one of my team members before your competition does. That's pretty much, so it really is so simple, and people just really overcomplicate things just so they can get you to buy the fucking program or whatever they're offering. So even though you have an image ad or video ad, you want to test ads in different audiences. This is where I see a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. This is going to be the most important thing. So you can have an ad that's really good. It may not work in broad. It may not work in Broad Plus, but then it'll work in interest targeting or in basically like interest tag. Interest targeting is basically when you put like just like a lot of interests in one stack, or a small interest stack where it would just be like you put like a few, a one interest stack where it would just be like, let's say you put like just only maybe like roof shingle or maybe like solar pros, just like just one interest. And how I test ads, I always put ads in 4 pockets at a time, and I see and which one's bringing me the best cost per qualified call. That's the most important thing, because I see a lot of people here that say this one's bringing me a cheaper cost per lead or a cheaper it is, but at the end of the day, it can have a $1 cost per lead, and this other ad can have a $20 cost per lead. But if the $1 cost per lead is not bringing you any money, then there's no point for you to have it run. We're in the business to make money and not to spend money and look cool. We want to make money, so you want to look for what's actually bringing me all my calls and all my qualified calls, and what's bringing me to close deals. Like what ad set and which ad is bringing me the money. So let's say if you make a few different type of image ads, right? So make like a one that's like a different offer, maybe like a different call to action. You're just gonna go ahead and calculate, okay, how much should I pay? How many calls have I got on this that are actually qualified? How many calls on this one, on this one, on this one? how much I spent on each one, which is at a cheaper cost, because that's all that matters. Which one is at a cheaper cost? And let's say, for example, if it closes at 25% and you're paying about $100 per qualified call, it means that every 4 calls you get like that, you should close at least one. So then that bring your acquisition about $400. But yeah, like I said, this is gonna be the most important thing over here too. So you just want to make sure that you're looking at your numbers and tracking and calculating how much am I paying per qualified call and how much am I paying per close. Like I had an ad set at one point where basically I was paying about $80 per lead, and then I had a different one I was paying about $20 per lead, but all my money was coming from the one that's $80 per lead. Everyone that came at the $8 per lead mark were just very qualified people, and we closed at 60% on that ad set. On the other one, we weren't closing anything. So you really want to look at the numbers, see, okay, where am I getting my money? Like, where am I actually making money? And now where am I spending? Like, where am I actually making a big return on that's actually worth it? And I said, like, you just want to optimize for cost per qualified call and cost per close. And if you really just follow exactly everything I've gone over here, you won't have any problems as long as you make sure that you actually are going to take time to make your ads and you follow the same process that I have exactly right here, where it's basically a Facebook ad, a booking page, a VSL, confirmation call, a piece of social proof, and then having a long testimonial wall. You will have no issues closing at a 5 to 6x ROAS. Easily for sure. And if you have a 5 to 6x ROAS, you're in business. Alex Moses said it himself. If you put $1 in the system and you make at least $3 out, you have a machine, just keep spending on it. This is the same exact system I've been running for the past year, and I'll be able to make over $300K off the system. So right now, if you generally could go ahead and take time to implement everything I've said in this video, you should see the same results. So it's going to lock in, and it's going to get to work.